Hello and welcome to another edition of the Part-Time Preppers. We have a two-parter for you. I'm going to take a sip and put the coffee down for a little bit. Two-part new everyday carry bag. We're going to do a review first, and I'll tell you about the second part in a minute. Been carrying an everyday bag now for about, I'd say, close to 4 years, and the bag we had served me well, and but is very worn, discolored, and ripped. So decided the other day to get a new one. So let's take a look at it. Have it upside down. That's a good start. I like the ones with the straps. I'm not too big into backpacks for everyday carry, but everybody, that's a preference that you'll have to make yourself. Now, this we got at the Army and Navy store. Retail, it is a Rothco, if I'm saying that right. I don't know if you can see that. Rothco bag, not made in China, but made in India. Yes, hard to find knapsacks made in the USA, but something different there. But it was $39.95 to begin with, and I kind of hemmed and hawed because he had another one in multiple colors, and I told him I didn't really like this color that much, and he gave me it for $36 even, which that made me feel a little better, a little cheaper. I'd like to save a dime or two. Okay, well, let's go over the bag quickly. Let's start with the back. Okay, the back. Oh, nice compartment in the back. It's deep. It's even got different compartments within the compartments. Little crevices, nice little things to put your stuff in. So I like the back. The front, you have a zipper here. Very nice. That will be the area I put some things I use a lot to keep them handy at, because I do take this to work every day, and any really trips over 10, 15 miles, we're going away for the day, or if we're going to go away for a couple days, definitely we'll take this. I will not necessarily throw the bag in the car if I'm running to the local convenience store. But okay, we have the main flip. Now what I like about this here, there's a compartment. I don't know if you can see it again, but a lot of Velcro. It has this plastic covering. Now, at least for me, there are days I may have to take a sheet of paper to work, or some sort of semi-important document, let's say. And this is perfect. I could just put it right up in there, take it to work, or letters, or whatever you got there. I like this part there. Now you have a couple little, let's fold this over. You have a couple little flaps here to put things in, and I can, different compartments, it'll be good. I could put maybe medical supplies in one, a knife in the other, flashlight in another, and then with some memory and some time, I could remember. And you do have another separate compartment. I don't know how well you can see there, but there's two compartments in here, and there's little compartments on the side. So you definitely got a lot of little nooks and crannies in this bag. There's another one here on this side. Not real big, but I'll find something to put in it. And so there you go. It seems pretty sturdy. This latch is adjustable here, this sling I should say, and you can detach it on the side here if you wish. Nice canvas, soft. And I think you could fit a decent amount of stuff in it. It's not necessarily meant to be a bug out bag, which we do have. So there we go. You just turn this button to lock it down. And I think it would turn easier if the bag's more full. It's completely empty, as you could see. So that was the bag, Rothco bag. And part two, what's part two going to be? Well, part two, I was going to do two parts, but instead of making you suffer, if you're interested, I'm now going to show you this stuff. I'll take it out of my old bag. I'll show you the stuff I have in it. And more importantly, I'll show off the stuff that I have used quite a bit and some items I may have never touched in 4 years in the everyday carry bag. So if you want to stay tuned, here comes part two. So glad you decided to stick around for part two. Okay, we're going to try to do this. That's the hand model's mug, by the way. She's working tonight, so don't tell her I used it. That's all of her traits there, as you could read them. But here we go, in order of importance. Number one, What have we used? Oh my God, Motrin, number one. The number one item I've used in the everyday bag, whether it was for myself, loved ones, or co-workers, many a time people had headaches, etc., etc. The number one item. I've had to refill this bottle, this little bottle. Now it's expired, but not really. I wait till it's completely empty, and then I put fresh ones in, and there you have it. That was the number one. Number two has got to be the old flashlight. Yes, the Lux Pro. I did a video on this, and a very nice light. Had it for about 2 years now. I have no complaints. There you go. I'm blinding you. Okay, so and used this many a time. Cannot be without a good light. Now, knife. Now, this is the cheap Kmart knife. I put it in there. And for you coin collectors, there's my everyday carry bag, carry piece. There's King George is looking over after us there, 1 penny. But okay, so you got to have a knife. Yes, I've used this many a times, opening boxes, etc. Never had to defend anyone with it, thank God. Okay, now that's important. Okay, let's continue on to snacks. I always have some snacks in the bag. This week we have crackers and, oh, this is a Slim Jim, but now if we are going anywhere further than, 10, 20 miles, there will be drinks in there, usually water. But if it's just a work week, I'm just going back and forth to work, which is under 10 miles, do not usually carry fluids. MP3 player, very important. Why? Because, yes, believe it or not, there's my shorts. Go to the gym. Here, we'll just throw them over there. Something else I've used quite a bit in the 3.5, 4 years. Yes, the old Swiss Army knife. This little bucker here has come in handy at work a few times. The old Phillips, and it has a straight screwdriver. And yes, can't be without that. And a rope, never used. Has been in there, never used it. That's okay. We'll just throw that off to the side. Now, medical supplies. Where are they? Here they are. Have used the Band-Aids out of this pack. Got cling, alcohol wipes. Have a syringe in there somewhere. There it is, in case you want to clean out your eyes or something's going on. Sterile water, however, that just expired. So that, I'm going to have to find a new one. So that's on the list. Everything else should be okay. The alcohol wipes could have dried up in the iodine, so I'm going to have to test that out. And yes, that's a Kotex right there. Yes, it's very absorbent, and could come in handy, but I never had to use the major supplies except the Band-Aid. So that's a good thing. Nice to have them, but what else do we have? We have some miscellaneous items. We got some scissors, toothpicks, a shoelace, which I never use, some extra pins, and cologne. Have used the cologne once or twice. So, and the toothpicks. Never used the shoelace. Extra gloves, even in the summer. These suckers are in the bottom of the bag. They're not the greatest pair of gloves I own. However, they're just extra, and I have used them a couple of times when I forgot my gloves. Now, the charger, Pilot charger. Oh, we did a video on this a while back. Just got a new one for Christmas. Did not try it out yet. It's a little better than this, at least it's supposedly. This has served well, many charges, although it's getting weaker, and it's almost time to say goodbye to the Pilot charger. But yes, this has come in handy several times, actually more than several times we've used that. Now for those, only use this next item one time. Only once. It was kind of comical. I have Tylenol PM. One time now, as you can see, I got to replace this. I'm sure it's good for another year, but I guess it's best because they're not that expensive. I had a coworker who was allergic to aspirin and Motrin, could only take Tylenol. It was in the middle of the shift, and I said, well, I got Tylenol, but it's PM. And he said, I don't care. So he took some, and no, he did not fall asleep on the job. He was well warned. Always important to have a harmonica. Yes, you never know when you have to entertain troops. And then a backup harmonica. Yes, there. Believe it or not, there's another harmonica in there. There you go. There, it's a new one too. Look at that sucker. Okay, can opener. Only used it one time, and actually, the person probably could have got away for a coworker. So, but you never know. It's a little heavy, So it might be on the chopping block. We'll see if we're keeping that in the bug out bag. Backup light. This is new. I just got this a couple months ago. And so I used to have another flashlight in, but I like this. It's not the most sturdy thing in the world, but it fits on my head good. Yes, made in China, of course. But have used this a couple of times. More for when I got home from work and had to do something very quickly in the backyard. There you go. Okay, you can call out for help with that light. Now, a rag. Yes, just have that old rag. You want to put it on the car in case you break down. So it's important to have a rag. I need to wash it. A extra lighter, always important. Now, I should have some matches. Now that I think of it, I think I used them. Now, a catch-all bag here. We sweet and low. If I'm stranded and someone comes up with some coffee, I got to have my sweet and low, some Vaseline. Oh, what do we got? Paper clips, a magnifying glass I've used once or twice, and another rag. It's a red one. And some masks. Never used them. Just in case. You never know when you're going to need a mask, but no, in 4 years, have never used them. And some 2 pair of hospital gloves and some spoon and a fork up there and wrapped up, but I've never had to pull those suckers out. I did steal some sweet and low once or twice and replaced it. And, what could be in the Altoid can? What could be? You know, you could put a lot of stuff in this. Well, let's take a peek. What's in the Altoid can? Altoids. Yes, I do like them. Altoids. Another pen. Now, this is an interesting little bottle. What could be in this little bottle? Well, we have tweezers, and I've used them to pull out slivers. And nail clippers, a little sewing needle, and thread, which was used once, believe it or not. A safety pin, which was never used, although it pays to play it safe. I'm trying to think what else. I'm trying to look through it. Oh, some fishing wire, too, is in here, too, which was never used. But there's our little bottle of tricks there. Some more toothpick type stuff there. Throw that in. And you know what? I forgot to mention this. This is very important. Tums. Tum. Now this is about, the 3rd or 4th tube of these I've put in over the years. And yes, a couple people, even myself, although I rarely get heartburn, but I've given these out to several people over the years, 2, 3, 4 at a time, who have some bad heartburn problems or some acid reflux or whatever you want to have there. Oh, are we coming down to the end finally? The old multi-purpose tool. There's some pliers there, and I have used the pliers once or twice, not too many times. And we're coming down to the end. And I'm also, now that I'm thinking of it, I meant to do this a while back. I think I'm going to throw in a few dollar bills in here and a 5. Because I almost always have cash on me. And there is change in the old. I have about $2 in change in the bag. The old bag I'll be switching over. But I think it's time to put some green in here. Just in case. You never know. Trying to make it home. Although, like I said, I always carry cash. But you never know. So that's the contents, basically, of the old bug out bag, which will be going in the new bug out bag. And did I say bug out bag enough? So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was somewhat informative and entertaining. You take care till the next time from the part-time preppers.